The first of 4 heat races making its way onto the Speedway now. Each heat race tonight will be 10 laps in distance. The top 4 going to tonight's main event. The winner will join our 4 lock-in drivers in tonight's FK Rod-Ins Dash. Let's take a look at the lineup for TJ Ford's heat race number 1. On the pole from Fremont, California, it's the NOS Energy Drink, Matwood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MB Drywall, number 17W. It's Sugar Shane Golubic. And outside of him, from Lemoore, California, it's the Tarleton & Son, Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, Durst Incorporated, Banyan Associates, number 21. It's Cole Macedo.
Row number 2 from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, Canada. The Shark Engines, Grinders, Automotive and Marine, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Cow Creek. Number 21P is Robbie Price. To his outside, a 2-time Dirt Cup champion from Enumclaw, Washington, the Casey Kane Racing with Mike Curb. Brumos Collection, Factory Kane, Shocks Kane screen print. Number 9 is Casey Kane.
Third row on the inside, the 5th starter from Marysville, Washington. The Cascade Pizza, Crawford Garage Doors, John Piazza Construction, Ground Zero Gymnastics. Number 95, it's Colton Heath. And outside of him from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia, the Power True Energy Gum, Monty Farms, Rumbold Ford, Fridge Tech. Number 17, AU, it's Jamie Veal.
4th row to the inside from Arlington, Washington, the Triple X Race Components, Pacific Performance Coatings, Shark Racing Engines, Rider Runner Wings. Number 21S is Jesse Schlattfeld. And to his outside from Snohomish, Washington, the James Bass Trucking, Art by Nature, Bickford Ford, Dunlap Industrial Hardware. Number 14B is Bailey.
Final starter in this one, starting from the 9th position from Cedar Woolley, Washington, the Otis Concrete, Tack Testing and Services, All-Terrain Construction. Number 9G, it's Greg Otis. 10 laps, top 4 to the feature, the winner going to the dash. And Blake, I think you surprised some people. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, good to be joining you, Chase. What an event. I know since I started here and we rolled out the 100,000 to win, we've always been excited about this. The ticket sales have been at a fever pitch, and cool to see such an incredible crowd. Race fans, thank you so much. This is how we build these events, and how we're able to do these events is with packed houses just like this, so we appreciate it.
We're expecting close to 10,000, I've been told, here tonight on the finale of the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals. Tony, what do you got?
Well, Chase, Blake was just talking about the event and how it grows every year. I want to make sure I cover for a mistake I made right there during opening. $102,000, 102 and some change. I think I rattled off 126,000 to win.
Next year.
We'll take it out of your paycheck.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I already apologized to Kevin Rudine, and he had some opinions on that and the amount he is now entitled to pay out to teams and drivers. But it's $102,000 and some change. So I wanted to correct that before folks got the wrong idea tonight.
Well, Tony, we have a
loose tan chinchilla, or chihuahua. Chinchilla too, maybe a chinchilla.
It's a chihuahua, not a chinchilla.
I got to get back in the groove.
Yeah,
here,
if you're
missing semi-retired.
If you're missing your chihuahua, like the one from Taco Bell commercials in the mid-2000s, he's on the loose.
Karini told me he's got a healthy diet of 2 a.m. Taco Bell every night.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to listen into Zeb Wise's High Roller playlist for the first time here tonight. This one coming in from Tommy.
Helmet pass. Well, I know we've got a nose wing and autograph merchandise at Tyler Courtney's merchandise trailer from Dominic Selzy that a lot of drivers signed. And silent auction, all the money going to Chase Johnson's family. Yeah. That ends at the end of the 4th heat race. So if you can squeeze out there, put your bid in with Asia. All that money going to Chase Johnson's family.
Sounds good. We're coming to the green flag in our first heat race of the night. The winner and the top 4. The winner going to the dash, the top 4 go to the feature. We are underway with Shane Golubic showing the way. These heat races are going to be cutthroat. Only the winner go to the dash, Blake.
Robbie Price looks down to the inside. Price picks up a spot. He'll move into the second, or make that the second spot off of turn number 4. Look at Colton Heath up high, 2 for 1 off of turn 4.
Colton Heath, big move around the outside to get by Casey Kane and Jesse Schlattfeld. If Colton Heath can hang on to that 4th position, would be 3 main events made this week at the Skagit Speedway for a guy that has not ran much 410 action over the last couple of years. He's battling now with Schlattfeld for the last transfer.
Yeah, Colton Heath, our 410 winner a week ago, and that was his first 410 race in about 4 years. Jesse Schlattfeld, a 410 winner back in July to make a championship race, his first career 410 victory here at Skagit. So a pair of Skagit 410 winners battling for that final transfer.
Jesse Schlotfeld has the spot across the line. Colton Heath trying to get the top side of the racetrack worked in, down the back straightaway. Schlotfeld still with that fourth and final transfer. Has not been the week that Schlotfeld was hoping for, but to put it in the show here on the finale would be huge for that young driver. Would be $2,500 just to make tonight's main event.
How about Shane Golubic? Shane was here in June at the Dirt Cup, and it was, to be quite honest, a horrible Dirt Cup for him, and looking for a bounce back. Boy, this would be great. One of the nicer guys in the sport. NOS energy drink on the side of the Matt Wood Racing 17W, and he'll bring us past halfway, 6 down, 4 to go.
4 laps to go. Golubic second place finisher earlier on this week on Thursday night. Robbie Price running in the second spot. Third is Cole Macedo. Fourth is Jesse Schlotfeld. Everybody right now finding a home around the bottom. Don't have quite as many laps on the track as we have the last couple of nights. Going to take a little bit longer to burn off that top layer here, and right now most guys are hanging around right around that inside berm.
Shane Golubic continuing to set the pace with the pair to go. Robbie Price starting to close in. Robbie, a 360 winner a couple of weeks ago, a NARC 410 winner, but has knocked on the door that Skagit 410 win this year. Just hasn't been able to kick the door in. Shane Golubic this time by white flag. Chase Rodman, 1 to go.
1 lap to go for Shane Golubic, enjoying a 1.2 second lead over the number 21P of Robbie Price. Price runs second. Cole Macedo third, and fourth is Schlotfeld. Those 4 look uncontested. Golubic going to win TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Robbie Price second, Cole Macedo third, Jesse Schlotfeld ends up fourth. The final transfer out of heat race number 1. Sugar Shane gets the win in Heat 1 in car number 17W. He will go to the dash. Robbie Price finishes second. Third spot, Cole Macedo, and fourth goes to Jesse Schlotfeld. Those 4 go to the main event. Going to the B, Colton Heath, Jamie Veal, Casey Kane, Greg Otis, and Bailey Jean. 5 through 9, those drivers are not done. They still have to run that B main, and hopefully they can try and put up a challenge for one of those transfer spots. Shane Golubic second on Thursday night, and now he's going to join Brad Sweet, James McFadden, Justin Sanders, and Rico Abreu in the dash tonight, Tony.
But where he will start in that dash, we do not know until he spins the Sander Engineering redraw wheel. Shane, you went from 6th to 2nd in the feature on Thursday night. You went forward last night as well, just not as far, 11th to 10th. No matter where you end up in the dash and ultimately the feature, can this 17W pass the way it has all week?
I think so, yeah. I think our car was better than a 10th place car last night. I just didn't really do the greatest job. I know my NOS Energy guys will give me a good car. Just happy to get it in the dash. That's the goal. It's always tough being 5th on a lock-in 4 deal. You really don't want to have to run these heat races. So luckily I was able to get the jump and get out front. Hopefully this NOS Energy car is really good. We can spin the wheel really well and see what happens.
Spin the wheel really well. That is the goal for Shane Golubic. But Chase, as the creator of the Sander Engineering redraw wheel, you know that it's a little bit of chaos and a whole lot of luck. When you spin that wheel, you have no idea where you could start tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash.
Well, and it's a whole lot of fun on top of that there, Tony, as we get ready for our second heat race. It's brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Components. On the pole of this one from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, it's the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com, Babs Paint, Live Wire Customs, number 19. It's Brent Marks, an outside event from Monrovia, Indiana. The Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, number 13. The driver is Justin Peck.
Third starter, he is the track points leader in the 410 Sprint cars, the Carmart 410 Sprints from Burlington and the Carmart USA. Blue Cow Car Wash, XXX chassis. Lulu's Espresso, number 18 is Jason Solwald. Into the out time, a multi-time All-Star Circuit of Champions Series champion from Indianapolis, Indiana. Driving the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports, number 7 BC, it's Sunshine, Tyler Courtney.
Starting in 5th from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Superchargers, number 41, that's Dominic Selzy, and outside of him, from Harrisburg, Oregon, the Kyle Main Motorsports, Ham Construction, A-Main Trucking, Stadco, number 35, KM, it's Tyler Thompson.
Fourth row to the inside, he comes to us from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Cambo, Nice Crete and Landis Block, JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com, number 5 is Spencer Baston. Starting 8th, a former 410 winner here this year from Enumclaw, Washington, the Gravity Copy, PGH Excavating. Siler's Concrete, Missile Motorsports, number 19T is Colby Thornhill.
And your final starter in this one, rolling off from 9th, he is from Arlington, Washington. It's the Schaefer's Racing Oil, All-Star Concrete, Pit Stop Laundry, Pacific Performance Coatings, number 66, it's Brett McGuy. 10 laps, top 4 going to the feature, the winner going to the dash. It is heat race number 2, brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Components, which are built with the precision of skilled machinists and the common sense of winning racers. Located in the heart of Central PA, you can find us every week participating in the sport we love. You race, we race, let's race together. Here's another song coming in from Zeb Wise. Well, that was my bad, Blake. I double-clicked it there, and it only went for
the
Chris Stapleton.
That was my guess, but I don't
White
know
Horse.
the song.
Tony likes Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah. They have the same pair of boots, actually.
Yeah.
Chase, I can 100% guarantee you that I do not have the same boots as Chris Stapleton. He's very wealthy financially. I'm just wealthy in friendships, like the one I have with you and Blake.
That's all you can need in life.
Absolutely. That's really all you need is a whole bunch of friends. So here we go. Coming to the green flag in DMI heat race number 2, Brent Marks and Justin Peck racing for a dash spot. We're underway.
Pair of cars based out of central Pennsylvania going to bring us to the green. Brent Marks down low. Look at Justin Peck work the high side. Peck with the big run down the backstretch.
Peck going to go to the outside in turns 3 and 4, trying to build momentum to get around the outside. And Brent Marks has a run to the front straightaway. Marks cuts him off, but this race for the lead about to get interesting, and Tyler Courtney's not too far behind as well.
Tyler Courtney looming. Jason Sowell in the 4th and final transfer. The battle for the lead is the best one. Justin Peck working the high side, and he's right there on the back bumper into turn 1.
Peck has figured out Skagit Speedway quickly, made his debut on Thursday night, ran top 5 yesterday, and now Peck is working all over Brent Marks through 3 and 4. Brent Marks going to come by this time by 3 in and 7 to go for Brent Marks.
Justin Peck just needs those straightaways, Chase Rodman, to be able to 100 yards longer because he gets a big run, but then he's got to lift it in or on the high side just to needs a little bit wider entry. Big run for Peck again. He can get to that back bumper, but right now that's all he can do.
Coming around to the halfway point the next time by. Peck down the back straightaway. Marks is playing this perfectly. Comes up and closes the door on that 13-car. Now run to the outside again. Gets to the right rear. They nearly get together across the start-finish line.
Wow, what a close call there. Brent Marks knows he's got company. Marks hanging on. He's got 3 car lengths on Peck into turn number 3. Time starting to run out, though, Chase Rodman. 4 laps remaining. Brent Marks got more breathing room than he's had the last 5 laps combined.
Yeah, Peck bobbled on the cushion that time by in 3 and 4. Lost some ground, but he's going to gather it back up here. He's going to have 3 laps to go to try and make a Hail Mary move happen for the dash spot here at the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals. 3 laps to go, and Peck's still right there on the back bumper.
Justin Peck trying to work his way past Brent Marks to lock into that dash and the redraw wheel. He's giving it all he's got, but the hourglass beginning to run empty. Tip of the green, 2 to go for Brent Marks.
2 laps to go. It's Marks, followed by Peck, Courtney, and Jason Sowald holds on to the final transfer spot right now in car number 18. That spot is uncontested as they come to the wave with a white flag this time by Marks. Looks pretty good right now, Blake.
The Myerstown Missile trying to land here in heat race number 2 and lock into the redraw. He'll work the berm down on the bottom of the racetrack and pull away to about 5 car lengths into 3 and 4. Final 2 left-hand turns off of turn number 4. Brent Marks into the dash redraw. He'll win heat number 2.
Justin Peck ends up in the 2nd spot. 3rd goes to Tyler Courtney, and 4th goes to the 18 of Jason Sowald. Well, race fans, how about a round of applause for Brent Marks, your winner of DMI heat race number 2. He goes to the dash. Justin Peck, Tyler Courtney, and Jason Sowald will go to the main event. Dominic Scelzi, Spencer Baston, Tyler Thompson, Colby Thornhill, and Brett McGuy will be the finishing order in our 2nd heat race here tonight. They will have to fight it out in a B main a little bit later on in the race program. Brent Marks on Thursday made his return to Skagit Speedway for the first time in 5 years, and now he's going to be fighting it out for a $102,626 payday here tonight, Tony.
DMI heat race number 2 goes to the Myerstown, Pennsylvania native Brent Marks. I saw you grooving your own tires earlier today, but you joked and said it was just the filling in for FUD program. Heath Moyle told me yesterday that you guys threw the absolute kitchen sink at this race car to try to find a feeling you would like. Felt like, or it looked like it felt pretty good out there in that heat race. What's this number 19M feel like to you?
Yeah, I mean, we do feel like we're pretty good. We just still need to get a little bit better, I feel like. Just need to carry a little bit more speed. Just trying to find that speed right now. But yeah, you know, just you know, filling in for Fudd. We really miss him. Really wish he was out here with us, and get back to Pennsylvania next week. So hopefully he can join us there at Port Royal. And you know, he's a huge asset to this team. So we really miss him, and I'm only doing half the job that he does, so he does a fantastic job for us.
All right, well, half the job on the tire grooving, maybe, but Brent Job doing the whole job in locking up DMI heat race number 2 win. That's your winner heading back to the pit area, Chase.
BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3 is next on the program. Once again, it's 10 laps, top 4 to the feature, winner going to the dash. On the pole of this one, from Clovis, California, it's the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, SynCal, driven to save lives. Number 14, it's Corey Day. And outside of him, a fellow Corey from Visalia, California, the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fatheads Eyewear, number 8 of Corey Eliason.
Row number 2 to the inside comes from just down the road in Burlington. He's driving the 96, sponsored by Grinders Automotive, Stedman Powder Coating, All In Construction, and Hamilton Construction. The 96 is Greg Hamilton. To his outside, a high limit winner this year from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pels Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A is Jacob Allen.
Third row on the inside from Yuba City, California, the Red Line Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products. Number 45, it's Landon Brooks, and outside of him, from Burlington, Washington, that is the Wing Down Driving Experience, Speed Mart, Shark Racing Engines, Sander Engineering, number 26F of Eric Fisher.
Fourth row to the inside from Canton, Illinois. He drives the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor Supply, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds 55. It's Big Daddy Chris Wyndham. And rolling off 8th, he is a 360 Rookie of the Year contender here at Skagit Speedway from Carnation, Washington, the Liuna Stillwater Trucking, George Anderson Company, Kerrigan Enterprises, Snow Valley Tree and Timber. Number 29K is Levi Kuntz.
Colin Mackey, a scratch for this one after the issue in hot laps, so we will go with 8 cars, 10 laps, top 4 to the main event, and enjoy this song from Oh, appendix. That makes sense.
Ryan, we're thinking of you. Here we go, Heat 3.
Hope to see you soon. Brownies, we go to the green flag. Corey Day going to jump out with the early race lead. Over the last 2 nights, he's passed 38 cars in main event competition.
He passed 17. Oh, Corey Day, hang on. Wow, well, here comes Greg Hamilton. Hamilton on the move, 3 wide. Oh, Hamilton nearly around, trying to go 3 wide. There goes Jacob Allen through the middle.
Jacob Allen makes the move on Corey Eliason. Landon Brooks now around the inside of the racetrack, gets by Hamilton. Now looking underneath the number 8 car of Corey Eliason down the back straightaway. Landon Brooks trying to punch his ticket into the Sage Fruit Skagit Nationals main event. Off of turn number 4, he's got the 4th position.
Landon Brooks, that's a National Sprint Car Hall of Famer, helping spin the wrenches as we go 3 wide again. Paul McMahon down in the pits. Landon, a Skagit Speedway winner back in May, trying to work his way past Corey Eliason. Eliason working the Donnie Schatz line right through the middle.
How about 3 lanes of racing action in the heat races here tonight at Skagit? Now Jacob switches it up, goes to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Eliason going to go to the very, very outside in 3 and 4. Hammers the cushion, gets sideways. Greg Hamilton appears to be closing back in on Landon Brooks.
Hamilton, terrible luck last night with that right front going down into the wall, ending his night. You've got to think he'd be sitting in pretty good shape if it weren't for that. Now he's challenging Landon Brooks for the 4th and final transfer. Greg Hamilton to the bottom. He's got the transfer off of turn 4.
Good move by Hamilton. Mike trying to make it 3 for 3 on features made this week with Kubota High-Limit Racing. Landon Brooks now has to get back in the saddle and make his way back by the 96 car. Into turns 3 and 4, Brooks works the outside, but Hamilton still has the spot.
Greg Hamilton hanging on to the spot. Landon Brooks hammering the high side. Hamilton pedaling around the bottom. Laps starting to run down, 3 to go.
3 laps to go. Landon Brooks and now Chris Wyndham starting to enter the picture as well in the Vermeer Motorsports number 55 car. Could see a 3-car battle for the last transfer here. Late in heat race number 3, brought to you by BR Motorsports. Hamilton did not get into the corner very well right there, and Landon Brooks closes back in.
And here comes the bear, Chris Wyndham. Wyndham rolling the bottom, making a 3-car battle for 4th and 5th off the bottom. Brooks right to the back bumper. Greg Hamilton for the transfer.
Landon Brooks going to have 1 lap to make it happen. They're coming to the white flag, 1 to go. Hamilton to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. Brooks, this might be enough right here for him down the back straightaway. Comes to the back bumper, back stretching into 3 and 4. Who's going to get the final transfer off of turn number 4? Drag race. It's going to be Greg Hamilton at the line.
Wow.
Corey Day is going to win BR Motorsports heat race number 3 and go to the dash. 2nd goes to Jacob Allen, 3rd to Corey Eliason, and 4th is Greg Hamilton, just barely over the number 45 of Landon Brooks. Brooks, Wyndham, Fisher, and Kuntz will head to tonight's B main event. Meanwhile, the guy that's passed the most cars all weekend long will make his way towards the front straightaway to talk to Tony Laporta. He was up in the grandstands earlier collecting money for Chase Johnson, and now he is a heat race winner tonight at the Skagit Speedway. Tony, take it away.
Corey Day brings his Sandra Engineering number 14 to a stop here on the front straightaway. I've got some hard-hitting questions for Corey once he pops the helmet off here, but we're going to let him take his time because that was a hard-fought heat race victory there in winner's performance, or BR Motorsports heat race number 3, rather. Corey, low lane. Are you a bottom feeder now? Dude, what's going on?
Man, I can do both. I just like to run the top a little better, but I knew the 8 car wasn't going to drive around me there. If anything, he was going to drive under me, and I got a really good car right now, and I can kind of put it wherever I want to, so I figured I'd just block the bottom lane.
A good race car that he can put wherever he wants to. Ooh, that sounds deadly for Corey Day's competition as we get a little bit later into the night. Also, happy birthday to the wireless camera operator, Nate.
Oh, nasty Nate.
Happy birthday
Nate
to
Dogg.
Nate. You know, I don't know where you get all these nicknames for these guys.
Oh, I've known Nate. I mean,
man,
he's worked a few races for Flo.
T-Bone, Nasty
T-Bone.
Nate.
Yeah.
What do you got for Chet? Anything for Chet?
I got. Give me time.
Okay.
Give me time.
All right. Well,
hey, happy Father's Day in Australia.
Oh.
Wade Onger's had Merle. Merv is his name, but Jeff Lucas called him Merle. So, happy Father's Day, Merv.
I didn't know they had a different days.
I can tell you, I didn't know that either.
Oh.
But Merv's mid-70s, I'd say. Did a flabongo at the trunk bar. World record. Fastest flabongo for a guy over 70,
New track
70 years
record?
old. New track record.
Wow, that's awesome.
At that point, I was like, man, over 70 doing a flabongo.
That's pretty cool. So I don't think I'll be doing that at
Back
70.
to
No way.
business, yeah.
Back to business. We got winners performance heat race number 4 coming up next, and here is the lineup for this one. The winner on Thursday night's prelim. He's from Puyallup, Washington. It's the TNC Concepts AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines. Number 55X, it's Trey Starks. And outside of him, from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Oil, Messina Valley Transportation, King Concrete, Rod Gross Motorsports. Number 88, it's Tanner Thorson.
Second row to the inside from Kokomo, Indiana, driving the Chalk 6 torsion bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wikipedia, number 9P, it's the law firm of Parker Price Miller. Rolling off 4th from Angola, Indiana, he pilots the Sage Fruit, Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Race Redeem Foundation, Hager Realty, number 26 is Zeb Wise.
5th starter in this one from Jacksonville, Oregon, the Boss Superstore, DZ Truck Accessories, Shane Dewalt Trucking, S-Tech Carbon Works, 18T, it's Tanner Holmes, and from Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the Chilliwack Ford Capstone Plastering, TM Anderson Law Firm, Cogswell Cogs, 77 of Levi Klatt.
Final row to the inside from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technologies, Lubbock Wreckers, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com. Number 1 is Brenham Crouch. In her final starter from Kenai, Alaska, the Big Mike's Racing, Alaska West Air, Champs Equipment Rental, Dalton Refrigeration. Number 1M, it's Big Mike, Mike Brown.
Zeb Wise hopes you enjoy this song. I know that one, and I don't know music very
You
well.
ride with TLP all the time.
Oh, I get to listen to him sing all these songs.
Yeah, that's you get to. You have to.
You get to. That's the right word, Chase.
Here we go. Coming to the green flag in our final heat race of the night. Trey Starks and Tanner Thorson into turns 1 and 2. Thorson trying to get the top side wound up, but Trey Starks has the race lead down the back stretch.
I tell you what, Tanner Thorson has been on a tear. The top 2, Trey, just their family just welcomed a baby.
Oh.
Tanner Thorson. Oh, we got one around. Zeb around. PPM around. Big Mike around. One on its side is Tanner Holmes, it looks like, through the flag stand. Yes.
We have got a parking lot on the front straightaway. An issue with, I believe it was PPM across the line that got it started there, Tony.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Chase. That happened right in front of us down here in the Rod and Supply work area. And, man, there's a couple cars that are going to be negatively affected by this. But as Kevin Rudeen said 2 days ago, if there was a book about how Zeb Wise and Rudeen Racing season has gone this weekend, and now this incident here would completely encapsulate it. Terrible luck for all 4 cars involved. But you got to think Zeb Wise is just thinking, when do I wake up, man?
Right, I 100% agree with you there. And what also is kind of, what is terrible about this is Tanner Holmes breaks out the paint scheme from Knoxville, Blake, and then he flips it on first lap of the heat race. I mean,
Well, Chase, a little bit of information on that specific wrap, that set of body work they've got on the car. That's for a partner based out of Washington State here, Steck USA. They're based just outside of Seattle. They do paint protection film, and that number 18T is wrapped in it right now. Unfortunately, they needed some car protection film around that race car because it is banged up after getting in to several other race cars in that heat race.
Thank you, Tony. It does sound like Tanner Holmes is okay, race fans. Tanner Holmes is okay. Here's a FloRacing replay. Let's see what happened, Blake.
Keep an eye on Parker. He comes, oh boy, just contact racing for third. Tanner Holmes nowhere to go. Big Mike spins to avoid, as you can see.
So Mike Brown will get his spot back as we get a look from our Forney Industries speed shot. Really nowhere to go for Holmes as PPM and Zeb Wise got together racing for the third spot. Ooh. And Tanner Holmes, that Knoxville paint scheme that he busts out here tonight is going to be a little bit tweaked there. But we can mention as well that Mike Brown will get his spot back for spinning to avoid an incident on the racetrack.
Hopefully we can get a shot of Mike Brown's nose wing. Maybe Jeff Converse or Dean Mills up there. Look at
Blake, that's my handiwork right there, brother.
Yeah, the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wow, that got turned around quick.
I can tell you this much. At his sprint car shop, there just happens to be a print shop right next door. Justin Youngquist that races here. JY, who's on the injured reserve, got a back injury. Colton Heath subbing for him in the 995. Runs a print shop. He and Greg do a fantastic job there. Greg Moore works at Carmart USA, our 410 sponsor. If you need a new car, go down to Carmart.
Also a sponsor, Jason Solwald.
Yes.
So when we go back to green, Blake, we're going to have Levi Klatt in a transfer spot.
Levi Klatt. So he just made his first 410 start a couple of weeks ago for Brett McGuy. Then they got a 410 motor in their family 77 car. Levi Klatt won a 360 race here a couple of weeks ago. Dominated the Sporties last year. Moved up to a 360. When he wins, he's from Canada.
Some maple syrup,
what he does?
Right?
Yes, chugs maple syrup.
I did hear about that. As we got guys in the work area right now. Zeb Wise is back there along with Tanner Holmes. I believe Parker Price Miller did keep on going. So the 9P will rejoin at the tail, waiting to see if repairs can be made on the 26 and the 18T. We got to look at the 26 right now. Looks like the 18T is heading back to the trailer right now, Tony.
There's last night's sporting winner, Levi Hilliard.
And Chase, Blake, correct me, but unless it's a flat tire, there is no guaranteed time in the rod end supply work area for Zeb Wise in the 26. It's only as long as it takes to get the lineup reset, but none of it matters because the 26 is back on track.
Hey, Tony, I'll give you a hot tip. You have a screen with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right behind you. You're talking about the big screen.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. No, I just wanted to confirm that since it wasn't a flat tire, he had absolutely no guaranteed time to get that ready.
I'd miss giving Tony a hard time.
It's fun. You only have to do it every now and again.
I know. I gotta save up TLP.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here we come back to the restart. Trey Starks and Tanner Thorson, they are first and second. Then behind them, how about Levi Klatt and Mike Brown? We'll see who's going to get the top 4 spots to the main event out of our final heat race presented by Winners Performance. Off of turn number 4, we are underway with Starks and Thorson showing them back into turn 1.
Boy, if Big Mike could lock into the A main, well, he's out of the top 5 now. If Big Mike could lock in, he might throw the biggest party ever if he made the A main tonight.
That would be a big deal as Brenham Crouch is in the 4th spot. Now Parker Price Miller makes his way around the outside as PPM looks to close in on the 77 of Levi Klatt. Klatt, as you mentioned, just made his first 410 start a few weeks ago. This is maybe his 5th start ever at a 410. He's trying to lock into one of the biggest races of the year.
As I say, I think it is his 5th. He made 2 before this week. Obviously ran with you guys down at Elma. But Trey Starks, terrible luck, was going to be into the redraw guaranteed and then broke the rear end last night. Now starting to run away. Tanner Thorson, boy, has he found speed the last couple of weeks, Chase.
This is a track right in the wheelhouse of that number 88 car of Tanner Thorson. He's running in 2nd spot right now. PPM closing in on Levi Klatt for 3rd. Zeb Wise, a little smoke showing off of that number 26 car right now as he desperately tries to run down 3rd and 4th.
Parker Price Miller going after Levi Klatt. Boy, Klatt locking into tonight's main event would be huge for the family-owned team. Levi Klatt riding in the 3rd spot. Right now, Parker Price Miller in the 4th and final transfer. His Zeb Wise trying to close in on them. Klatt around the bottom, PPM right on the rim.
4 laps to go this time by for Trey Starks and Tanner Thorson. They are way out ahead of this battle for the 3rd spot. Klatt still has it across the line, but Parker Price Miller going to drive that right rear tire and drill it right into the cushion, trying to find a way by the 77 to Klatt. Zeb Wise, what, 6 or 7 car lengths back in that 5th spot.
That nose wing askew, puffing smoke out of the right side. Have to wonder if that's maybe from the hit off of turn number 4 to that left side, or excuse me, off the left side. Laps winding down though. Trey Starks trying to lock into the redraw with 3 to go. Make that 2 to go.
2 laps to go for Trey Starks. Big lead down the backstretch. Last time by is 1.8 seconds over Tanner Thorson. Thorson is 2 seconds over Klatt as they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go here in our final heat race of the night.
Trey Starks trying to lock into the redraw. He's pulling away. Final 2 left-hand turns for the driver from Puyallup, Washington. Off of turn number 4, Trey Starks will win heat number 4.
Behind him, Tanner Thorson, 2nd. 3rd spot, it will be Levi Klatt. And 4th goes to the 9P of Parker Price Miller. So Trey Starks will join the other 7 in tonight's FK Rod-Ins Dash. He gets the win in our final heat race of the night. Tanner Thorson, Levi Klatt, and Parker Price Miller will go to the features. Zeb Wise, Brenham Crouch, Mike Brown, and Tanner Holmes. We will see them all later on in the B main. What a week it has been for Trey Starks. 2 wins with Kubota Highland Racing at Grays Harbor and Thursday night here at Skagit. Now he's going to have a great chance to go for $102,000 this evening, but we're not going to talk to him. We talked to him a bunch this week. We're going to talk to the kid that just locked in his 5th ever 410 wing sprint car start. Levi Klatt going to stop and talk with Tony Laporta.
He might chug maple syrup for this TLP.
Oh, yeah.
If he chugs maple syrup, then I don't know what's going to happen down here. We'll wait to see Levi Klatt locking in for the $102,000+ to win a main event. Levi Klatt, just like riding a bike, right? What is it, your 4th night ever in a 410 wing sprint car? This is easy, right? I'm sure there's nothing to it.
Oh, there's some people that'll tell you it's easy, but it is far from it. I mean, you've all watched there on Flo kind of our struggles a little bit with me being able to keep control of this car in some situations. But no, it feels great to lock into this main event, and I could hear somebody coming up behind me, but I couldn't tell where they were running or who they were, so I was just trying to hit my marks and not screw up.
Hitting his marks, not screwing up. Levi Klatt, he may be new to the 410 game, but tonight he's going to have a chance to race for a whole lot of money.
Levi Klatt, the Sportsman Track champion a year ago.
And now the drivers you see making their way onto the Speedway, they are already locked into tonight's feature by way of being the top 4 in points from our 2 prelim nights. They will get a couple of laps at speed before they get onto the racetrack for the FK Rod-Ins Dash later. The first one you see on the racetrack rolling down the back straightaway from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Raceway Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Maximum Racers number 49, that's the big cat, Brad Sweet.
Also on the track with him, working into turn number 1, the driver from St. Helena, California. That's going to be Rico Abreu in the Rico Abreu Curb Shadeen Racing. Jackson Superheroes Foundation, Hunt Family, Messina Valley Transportation. Tufts Construction, number 24.
Also on the racetrack, it's James McFadden from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. The Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83.
And final car on the track, Justin Sanders from Aromas, California. The Farmers Brewing, Mitchell Construction, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, 2X. Boy, he's been fast, and to talk about a guy that's just been on the podium and waiting to kick that door on the big win.
Yeah, that door is hanging on by just a couple of hinges. There's already a couple on it, like maybe one left.
Let's say 1 left.
Brad Sweet fastest right now at 12.154. Abreu 12.194. So that's going to be it for those drivers. They get 4 laps before they get onto the racetrack for the dash later on. Brad Sweet, the fastest here in lock-in hot laps at 12.154. Rico Abreu, 12.194. Justin Sanders, 12.358. And James McFadden at 12.609. So that's all the preliminary action besides the dash and the B main. Those are the next 2 events on the schedule. So we'll come right back here on FloRacing with that.